Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to the Nathaniel Cassell building. Today happens to be the 15th of February 2023. We are beginning our 72nd anniversary of the Founders Day of the University of Liberia, and we are celebrating under the theme Sustainability, Governance, Democracy, Peace, and Stability in Liberia as we move forward towards our 2023 elections process. I'd like to welcome you all to this auspicious occasion, and we want you to join us as we listen to our President's opening address for the celebrations. Be as it may, we have a calendar of events that proceed right after the opening sentence or the opening statement by the President of the University of Liberia, who is the Professor Reverend Dr. Julius Jolokon Sawulo Nelson Jr. Dr. Nelson will speak on varieties of issues and activities of the program. But carrying on all of those activities are the concert this evening by the UR Chorus. We have an interlude of music that will be directed by the director of UR Chorus, Anthony Prince Decker. So after today, we have a dialogue tomorrow, and we have barrage and interrage of the diplomatic corps, the U.S. ambassador, the South African ambassador, and other dignitaries will be present. We are just building up the momentum for Friday, and Friday we will have a sports jamboree that will have the whole university family at the Samarkand Sports Complex to celebrate with us. This year Founder Day is so special to us, and we are energized to be a part of this celebration. We want to thank the chairman for the year Founders Day, who happens to be our professor, the Professor Sekou Kone. We want to tell his co-chair thanks, Councillor Norris Tweb. Professor Sekou Kone is the Dean for Student Affairs and also the Vice President. Councillor Norris Tweb is the Vice President for Human Relations. Around our tables are able lieutenants who have made this possible, and it couldn't have been more possible than the Vice President for Academic Affairs, the Professor Dr. Moses Morozin. And we want to say a big thank you for all the coordination that the Starbucks and the academic fees have given us the opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, how much I do, I like to turn the pendulum over to the Vice President for Your Relations, Councillor Norris Tweb, who will moderate this section of the statement, the special statement that will be offered by our darling President, the Professor Reverend Dr. Julius Sawulo Nelson. Councillor Tweb, you're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Raphael Reeds, Deputy Protocol President of the University. Raphael has been working tirelessly around the clock to ensure that the 72nd anniversary of this great institution is a success. We want to again welcome all of you here at the University family of Vice President of Affairs, Dr. Moses Rosina, and Dean of the New York American School of Law, who is in his first year deanship. We're very excited to lead the law school to the next future of brightening the light. As you know, Dr. Nelson was inaugurated as president slightly over 3 years ago. The theme of his inaugural address was brightening the light. And so definitely we are very pleased that as the light is being brightened, the university is attracting important stakeholders, academicians, and people with vast experience to lead. So let's give the Dean of Law School a big round of applause. So but ladies and gentlemen, we of course you hear the members of the Fort Estate, our critical partners. You are the linchpin, so to speak, between us, the University of Liberia, and the larger Liberian public and beyond. This press gathering is live on all of our platforms. So as you can see, name on the big screen there, I'd like to also welcome all of those who are listening to us live at this moment on Lux FM 106.5. This conference is being carried live, as well as those who are tuning in on Facebook, on YouTube, on all of our platforms. Thank you for joining us. Your university celebrates its 72nd year of existence since 1951. As you know, before 1951, we were Liberia College. And Liberia College, which was the forerunner to the University of Liberia, was founded in 1862. And in 1866, after it was founded 4 years, the first commencement convocation was held in 1866. And between 1866 to 2019, we have, by 2019, we have 100 commencement convocation ceremonies. So we did celebrate our centennial, and that clearly shows where this university has come from. And so the president, in his leadership and wisdom and passion towards the ultimate goal of his presidency under the team, brightening the light. Once the light of this university will always be brightened. And we're very proud that he has catapulted this university on a new pedestal. Let's give the president a big applause. The leadership and the conviction for his courage. Being president of the University of Liberia is no small business. This university has well over 22,000 students. We are on the trajectory now to getting more than 25,000 students in the next couple of years. This year alone, by May, early June, we expect to bring in well over 4,000 students. So the challenges that we confront here are enormous. But if you have a man like Dr. Nelson with the Court of Officers, certainly we can address all those challenges. Just yesterday, we had a budget hearing where the university presented its case to the Committee on Budget, Ways and Means, and the National Legislative, the Joint Committee, and Dr. Nelson again articulated the vision of this university. So we are grateful that we're able to make our case. It was well received. Members of the committee were impressed with the achievements that Nelson outlined, some of the achievements that we have made, And so we essentially want more money. The money we are asking for is to ensure that the quality of education, the quality of our instruction, the quality of the delivery, the quality of the content is improved. And so definitely we have all of our stakeholders here in this country and beyond. So ladies and gentlemen, it's no better time to celebrate our 72nd anniversary under the chairmanship of the Vice President for Student Affairs, our own Professor Sekou Kone, who has been here at the university for God knows, he taught me, so I have to be very careful. He's not tough, but he's been leading this effort. So definitely, please give him a big hand of applause as well. So we're beginning it. So it is now the time for me to please. The president is going to make a formal statement, commencing this celebration. And after the statement, he will engage with you members of the media, and then we'll roll out the meaning of the celebration in the next couple of days. So please, without much ado, let's give the president a big hand of applause.
Thank you very much, Councillor Norris Lester Tue. Professor Moses Moreau Zina, my friend and the Vice President of Academic Affairs, other members of the Cabinet, administrators, faculty, dean, staff, those in the listening community, our students, the people of the Republic of Liberia. It is with deep humility, profound gratitude to the Almighty God that I deliver this statement today. Today marks the 72nd Founders Day of the premier university of the nation, the University of Liberia, Lux in Tenerife, the birthplace of multidisciplinary leaders. Let me take this time to extend our thanks and appreciation to His Excellency Dr. George Manning Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia and visitor of the University of Liberia, for the tremendous and continuous support to the university in the midst of competing national challenges. My sincere gratitude also extends to the Chairman, Honorable Moses Matthew Zaza, members of the University Board of Trustees, for efficiently and successfully working along with the university administration in the governance of our flagship university. Not to stop there, let me also thank our administrators, the leadership and members of our faculty, the staff, and the student organization and association for their cooperation, collaboration, and partnership as we together steer the affairs of the university. Dr. Edna Johnny, the Lawrence Situa, and to the Vapi Duklin, y'all thank you, y'all, for the partnership here at the university. As you are aware, the University of Liberia, formerly Liberia College, was chartered and established by an act of the legislature of the Republic of Liberia on February 15, 1951, to prepare the nation's well-qualified men and women for teaching and research, for public and private service, to contribute to Liberia's sustainable growth and human resource development capacity here in Liberia. The National University, among other goals, sought to become a center of learning with high academic standards, which is dedicated to the pursuit, promotion, and dissemination of knowledge, with emphasis on practical knowledge, which is immediately useful to the economic, social, and cultural development needs of the Republic of Liberia and beyond. University of Liberia has as its heritage the significant educational contribution of Liberia College. The efforts to establish Liberia College were led by Samuel Greenleaf, the Harvard College law professor who drafted the Liberia's independence constitution of 1847. Underlying his efforts was the belief that, quote, the Republic of Liberia ought to have within itself the means of educating its citizens for all duties of public and private life, unquote. In 1848, Joseph Tracy, secretary of the Massachusetts Colonization Society, wrote, and I quote, "A few gentlemen of Monrovia have a project under consideration which, if successfully executed, may have very important consequences. It is the establishment of a well-endowed college or university in Liberia," unquote. As a result, Liberia College was incorporated by an act of the legislature of the Republic of Liberia in December 1851. The cornerstone for the first building of the college, financed by the Trustee of Donation for Education in Liberia, TDEL, was laid on January 25, 1858. On January 23, 1862, the former president of the Republic of Liberia, Joseph Jenkins Roberts, was inaugurated as its first president, with former President Roberts, Reverend Dr. Alexander Cromwell, Reverend Dr. Edward Whitmer Gliding, and 7 students. Liberia College opened in February 1863. Since it was established in 1951, 15 persons have served as president of the University of Liberia. The 15 include 2 Americans, Dr. J. Max Bond, 1951 to 1954, and Dr. Kenneth C. King, 1955 to 1958, and 13 Liberians, of whom 2 were females. Our own president, Dr. Mary Anthony Brown Sherman, 1978 to 1984. I have to add our own president because Dr. Ophelia Inez Weeks, 2017 to 2019. And all those after them, the 2 Americans brought enlightened leadership to the university, setting the course, the foundation building processes of the institution for which they remain credited. Given the cultural differences and other orientations at the time, there were inclinations that Liberians with the relevant qualification would be preferred to assume the leadership of the university going forward. Beginning with Dr. Rockford L. Weeks, 1959 through 1971, a total of 13 Liberians have since been appointed to the presidency of the University of Liberia. The University of Liberia, the premier university of the nation, has an enrollment of approximately 22,745 students currently, 1,156 faculty members, 1,330 staff on 4 campuses, including Vendel, Health Sciences, David E. Strauss in J, and in Capitol Hill. The university currently is primarily focused on restoring integrity and stability on all our campuses, faculty and staff development, curriculum transformation, and the restoration of our libraries and laboratories, developing an IT infrastructure, including the digitization of our student records, the development of 5,800 acres of land for the state-of-the-art University Smart City, and resource mobilization and income generation of the University of Liberia through our Lux Investment Corporation. External institutional collaboration have been established as a means of complementing the the government of Liberia's support for academic program development and infrastructural development here at the University of Liberia. Our founding of over 72 years as the nation's premier institution of higher learning is being celebrated this year under the theme, quote, sustaining governance, democracy, peace, and stability in Liberia, unquote. The celebration begins today with this special statement. During the evening hours beginning at 5, the UL Chorus will lead a small musical concert around the Tubman Monument in the UL Park or in the auditorium, depending on the weather as we go forward. On Thursday, February 16, 2023, at 11 a.m., an intellectual discourse with a focus on governance, democracy, peace, and stability as the underpinning of the important precondition or condition for sustainable growth and development as we gear towards the 2023 presidential and legislative elections. The discussion will cut across the diplomatic corps, educational sector, civil society organization, democracy strengthening institution, youth organization, and student organization, etc. On Friday, February 17, 2023, at 9 a.m., a parade will commence outside the SKD Sport Complex ahead of the all-day sporting events, including the colleges in basketball, volleyball, kickball, and football. PJ Arafagna College of Science and Technology, where I come from, we are getting ready for all of those other colleges. We deal with you properly. Even though I come from Liberia College also, but we'll make sure that the TJ of Science and Technology will be the leader of the day. So the referee, I just know, because of the quality of our team, we'll massacre all the different teams that we make. Well, let me now invite our Board of Trustees, the administration, the Alumni Association, our faculty, staff, and students of the University of Liberia as we celebrate our 72nd Founders Day in 2023. I cherish the hope that we'll all have a wonderful and successful celebration. Let us celebrate the lost in Tenebris, the light in darkness, as we brighten the light at the university, but also in the Republic of Liberia, since we are the macrocosm of the larger society. Long live the University of Liberia. Thank you very much. Happy 72nd anniversary to all of us at the university.
A big round of applause for the president. Jump-starting this 72nd anniversary. So I know you have some questions. If you do, please. But before that, I would like to call for, housekeeping in terms of some of the specifics. What's going to happen tomorrow, like the schools, with the moderate, will be some of the speakers, will be our guest speaker, all of that stuff. Please let me invite the chair of the 72nd Planning Committee, Professor Sekou Kone, to come and sort of just walk you through some of the minutiae of what will happen today, tomorrow, and Friday. Please welcome to give you some of the specifics.
Mr. President, members of the high table, fellow members of our distinguished family. We're happy to begin this ball rolling. This is important for us as a family. And since this is just a prelude, I'll just take you through basically what we will be doing. This evening, the UL Chorus will be entertaining us. And it's going to be a period of reflection, not just music for the sake of music. It's music for the sake of reflection. 72, it's not 72 weeks or 72 months. We're talking about years. Solid years. Like our guys will say, through our blood and sweat, we've reached this far. So you are cordially invited. It starts 4 o'clock up to the evening hours, and the UL Chorus will be entertaining us. But like I emphasized, it's a period of reflection. You're not just listening to music and cheering and clapping, but we need to reflect. Even if you're just looking at the chorus itself, just look at the history of some of the people who were head of the UL Chorus in this place. And where they took the UL Chorus was not just a chorus for the university. It was a chorus that represented the continent because it went around and people hearing a colleague of mine in the state, the former president of the Alumni Association. For the sake of emphasis, asked me, so the UL Chorus, you're carrying that in live? So it's going to be live, so you're going to be in your home over there, listening and reflecting, and also ask you to share your thoughts, your reflection. It's important as you going through this, share your reflection with us. The period where we've come from, where we are today, and where we are moving. Right? So tomorrow is another big day. The former president of CAPSA remarked to me, he said, wow, you're talking about intellectual discourse. It's reminding me of those days. Those days, when you're bringing dreams. And that's why I said to our young comrades, I said, look, those days, the battle was not with stone.
No.
The battle was with brain. Right? Challenge is not sufficient for you to just, say something, roll, and this. No. Challenge these people. Some of you are brilliant students here in economics. Invite the Minister of Finance. Let him present to you his economic policy. And you challenge it. That's the kind of thing we're talking about. That's what this is. That's what it's known for. So he reminded me, he said, now I bring it back. The real life we're talking about at the university. So it's going to be a big event. Just using the voice of my co-chair. It's a big event. We are going to reflect. It's a period of reflection too. We're reflecting on our country, where we've come from. We are going to elections. It's not just election for us as a country, but a sub-region. Nigeria, a few weeks from now, we're going to elections. We have Sierra Leone. So it is for us to learn lessons, share lessons for others. We know where we've come from. One of our village women said, if you forgot what happened to you behind the horse and you decide to go back there, then you are not thinking. You want to feel pain. We don't want to go through what we went through.
No.
We want to reflect. We've learned our lessons and we've learned it well. We've learned our lessons, we've learned it well. So we want to build on the peace and stability we're talking about. Remember, when some of us ran during the crisis, we didn't have family, so it was easy to collect your little bag and run. But now you have family. So to take a step from here, you have to think about where you carry the family. We don't want that anymore. So this intellectual discourse will bring together people who will be sharing their experiences. We look at ECOWAS, the sub-region, sharing the experiences of the sub-region and how that can help us to go to a peaceful, transparent election. That will be followed by Friday. Friday is the big day. You know, and when the president say how he's preparing, and he reminded me about what I told him the last time when I was principal of Muslim Congress, and we're playing for the first time because people think we say Muslim school, they're thinking about that Orthodox thing. So we can wear gown to go and play football, right? So we decided that we're going to play. And the first time for the students to see some of their teachers in shorts, they were so excited. But before that time, my vice president, principal, keep reminding me, Mr. Connie, don't forget, I want to be the number 10 position. I said, don't worry. Number 10. So we got in the barracks. Those days we used to play in the barracks and everybody cheering us and we all warming up. And he came close to me. He said, Mr. Connie, so what play I'm on stand? When you feel comfortable, for the first time, our students were excited to interact with our teachers. So tomorrow, we've made some preparations. The transport director, I told him why you are making all the efforts. The ambulance to be here. You have to scare anybody. In case of anything, we have a fallback position. So, just making all these announcements is important. But we don't want anybody saying tomorrow, I forgot my boots. Please bring it. But tomorrow is a sporting jamboree. Friday. And we selected the SKD because of obvious reason. We have the open air place for the kickball, where the Kickball Federation conducts this game. Because we want to have it simultaneously. Yeah. Then the SKD practice pitch is where the football game is going on. Then we have the gymnasium there, the basketball game will be going on. And in the middle of all that, we have a big place called Kali. Yeah. If you want the details, you can ask me. So you can be there, oozing, and once you feel funny, just send for your car and convey you quietly. You don't want a situation to say that, look, that process in enjoyment was not easy to the extent that some people were walking differently. Walk responsibly and quietly. So we're going to climax it, and we've invited the Alumni Association. In fact, we received calls from, some of our strong members who are going to come there tomorrow. So tomorrow is not just about, Friday. I'm sorry, Friday. I'm saying Friday. Something. Yeah, I left better to play. Yeah, he has a video and Laburo, most Laburo Soccer Star has my record. We made a mistake. We were playing the game and he kicked penalty and I saved it. Then he won the game to continue and left to the university. You are fighting now for the record. Asking for replay, I said no. My cousin doesn't just go to replay. It has to be arranged and what is on the table. Instead of begging around asking for a replay. But Friday is going to be a big jamboree. A sporting game, and we're asking all of us. Even if you can play with your legs, can play with your mouth. Yes, and those are the people who call mouth invaders. When they describe what they will do, At the end, you'll be looking for them. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and please, you are invited. And let's celebrate. Let's celebrate with all of our might. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Imagine Professor Conner 10 years ago, 20 years ago, when he was teaching a whole generation of leaders now. He came from abroad, and I was a freshman trying to find a way in this university, fresh from high school, Chapman High, trying to conquer the university intellectually. Yeah. So we're going to meet this guy, very young, teaching years, social science 102. He was so young. He's still the same, in many ways. And I think he was, the first faculty member here who ushered us into this intellectual baptism of fire here at the University of Liberia by really inculcating in us this desire to learn, to present your people. So again, we'll continue to pay homage to Professor Conner. He's very humble. He's very down to earth. So I'm so proud that. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it. Today, one thing we want to make clear: school is in session. Okay, there were this. Our students do. They like the jolly too. So they were hoping that we're going to shut the school down for the entire semester, which makes sense. But Dr. Nelson is convinced that we have lost some critical days, academic critical days, vice professor. So we say school will be in session today and tomorrow. We understand that some of our faculty members, in anticipation, of this, gave their test yesterday. The school is in session. On a Friday, school will be officially closed throughout all the campuses. I see the dean of the law school here. Some of the law students in the graduate students want to come to school. Come to school today, come to school tomorrow. But please, we want to see the law students in their, full representation tomorrow, dean, at the SKG Sports Complex. Thank you very much. Graduate school students, because it's a show of unity and strength. It's a show of, togetherness, that we are one big family. We want to see our medical school colleagues also coming there too in the bus, in the numbers. We want to enjoy this day and remember this university, reflect down memory lane, so that we can, get back on that lane and go forward to a future where we're correcting the light. Right? Now at this stage, I'll pause for some questions. If you have some questions for our president and for the chairman of the 72nd Planning Committee, if not, we will adjourn this press conference and then get ready for the late afternoon, early evening musical reflection. All right, members of the fourth estate, any particular questions? Yeah, Mr. President. Yes. Okay, so do we have any question from our live audience? No question. Okay, good. So we'll now invite the president. Very good, very good. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this stage, it's my honor to invite you all to please stand to observe a moment of silence for our compatriots here at the university who we lost during this period, who left with us this moment of silence.
their soul rest in perfect peace. Life perpetual continue to shine. Amen.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. Let us celebrate. Let us enjoy the anniversary.